morning, humanity. It's April 1st, 2035, and it's Monday. Oh, wait a minute. April Fools. It's only 2019.
It was 2035, we would be here.
Whenever. It's Mondays with Bev and Paul. I bet you can't believe it because there is no Bev and Paul. No, April Fools. Here we are.
When you said that, I'm like, oh, I've been transported to time.
Yeah.
Future.
Yes, sirree. It's April. Here we go.
It is April 1st.
So,
wow.
Did you give out April Fool's joke today where you live? If you did, post it. Well, let's see what you did.
You're crazy.
And it's also I did an April Fool's joke for my mother. When I was born.
Oh, already?
So tomorrow's my birthday.
I do know tomorrow's your birthday.
You're my astrologer here.
Yeah.
So I always go, I fooled my mother and came out a day late.
That's pretty good. Really.
So April 2 is my birthday. There you go.
Your mother through your whole life, she must have kept reminding herself, April Fools.
So here we are, folks. Another great day, and we have a good question today. Since we're going to show you what is new at BioTouch, and what's new with you.
Yeah.
People ask me that all the time. What's new with you? You are. So we'll go into that in a minute. But first, we wanted to share with you. We did our little workshop.
Oh, my goodness. It was wonderful.
On asthma. We had Dr. Lance Morris with us, a naturopathic physician here in Tucson, and he gave an awesome presentation.
You know what?
He squeezed a lot into 20
Man, did I learn
minutes.
a lot about asthma.
Yes, asthma with allergies, and of course, this is the time things are floating. I mean, I was sneezing like crazy yesterday.
Goodness.
So
it's
he
here.
was good. He talked about milk. He talked about
dairy and grains.
And just how to make little simple changes in your life. And then we presented the BioTouch points on how to deal with allergies and asthma.
I know. All
within 2 hours. So we invite you to watch that. It is posted on our Facebook page. We send it out to everybody in an email. It's on our YouTube site. So check out Dr. Lance Morris's talk. And if you want to learn the points, hang out for the rest of that 1 hour video.
It was great. Yep.
So we also have a new workshop coming up this month. And let me find it here. This workshop is on opiate addictions.
Wow.
I am excited
this
about
is going to be a good one. And we've already had Eileen Webster as a speaker for another workshop on gout. She's amazing. So I'm really looking forward to this one. She is a
registered pharmacist, worked out of Colorado for a lot of years, is now retired here in the Tucson area. So she will present to us about the opiate addiction and how to start taking care of that, especially with something like BioTouch. So we encourage you to tune into that. If you're here in Tucson, it's 6 o'clock. And if not, you can live stream with us, ask questions via the live stream, and then we'll post that afterwards. And today was actually posted the blog about opiate addiction by Deborah Schildhouse. So check that out. Go to our website, justtouch.com. Down at the bottom there, you'll see that post.
Yes.
And things are just happening.
They are new.
They are new. So the question of the day, what's new at BioTouch? Well, here it is. We are painting. We have painted, and now we're putting things back. The entire center, except for the session rooms. But here it is. Here's the old colors that we had, the dark purples. There's the new color with the queen and the princess. You guess who's who.
Yeah, right. Whatever needs to happen.
And another section that we did is this. There was that dark hallway to the sink area that was sort of a dark area to get into, and all that's in this sort of cream color that changes color through the day.
It is just changes.
So how do you like it?
Oh my goodness. Well, I love it. I just think it's beautiful. The question is though, you were the one, you started this center, right?
Well,
and moved it to this location and was there and part of how do you like it?
Well, it's fresh. It was just time. What's nice about the organization as it's growing is folks like yourself are stepping up to run the board. Michelle is running the center. That's the princess there in the photograph. And it's nice to be able to give people responsibility and then the authority to make changes. And to be able to step back and allow what's new to come forth and not be attached to old things and that's what the painting represents, I think, for us.
Yeah.
We're in this new phase.
We are. And you know, I always think about when we are, you know, activating something physically, like painting, it's really something, it's like an outward activity of something that's going on within. And this foundation is an organism. It's you know, it comprises all of us who love BioTouch and want to see it get out there. So something's happening in the foundation itself. And this is just representing our newness, our change. So I just think it's gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, it's refreshing, it's open, and I think it's going to let new ideas and refreshing ideas come in as we're having more and more people stepping up to take different jobs in the organization and do things in new ways.
In new ways.
Yeah.
You know, I just got to say, too, the timing is perfect because, you know, we are in a seasonal time of newness right now. This is the new beginnings and a newness of an inner awareness, and which is BioTouch anyway. And so it's perfect, the perfect timing for this to all happen.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, that's what's new with BioTouch. And, you know, how can BioTouch help us come to our own personal newness, our own personal freshness? Because we really think it can, just by doing a few simple sets. We've talked about just doing the greeting. We're going to teach you a little part of the headset. But let's talk a little bit about the newness, the freshness. Like I said, people always ask me, what's new? Right. You know, I mean, that's a standard question we ask one another. Oh, so what's new? And usually I say, well, you are. And it sort of takes us back because we don't realize every moment we're new. Every cell is being changed all the time.
Every cell, which brings me a little bit to our other part of our newness is, you know, I've thought for a long time, and we talk about all the time, that BioTouch has the power to, when you touch on the skin, it really stimulates this at the cellular level. And that's the newness within us. It changes the cellular level, and then that awareness eventually happens. And what happens? We get to make new changes, go in a new direction, take on new responsibilities for our lives, our health.
So on that note, we're going to read a little part from our epilogue. You know, our whole philosophy is in the prologue or the epilogue. We're going to read a little bit from the epilogue in our manual. And Bev will just take this paragraph here. Here's our manual. And here's a little...
Here it says in our epilogue, know thyself. Every human being is the vehicle of his own destiny. Each is free to venture into some elegant area of thought and peer with yearning trepidation into the obscure shadows. Those who refrain from this liberty will live an ordinary life, be conditioned by ordinary thoughts, exhibit doubts that have ordinarily been postulated by others. Such people are a part of the ordinary problem, seeking ordinary solutions. It is the ordinary role for the ordinary man, and is clearly the most comfortable for ordinary peace of mind. The ordinary provides no favorable climate for progress. You know, I just have to say when I'm reading that in many ways, this is what's happening with humanity. We're living the old, ordinary thoughts and order that is no longer part of who we are. And for me, you know, those of us who have BioTouch in our lives, we know that is one of the major ways that people can step in through this process of changing.
It's interesting. I was watching this show. It was about the 60s, 68, what was happening politically and with the movement and the protest rallies and the statements that were being made. And I'm hitting myself on the head. I'm like, the same thing. We're saying the same things.
Uh-huh.
And that what they showed Martin Luther King, and his big message was basically love. We need to bring love and unity and compassion into our relationships. I mean, and he was revolutionary. And so then I remember the old time guy who was ex-CIA agent in those days. And he said BioTouch was one of the most powerful revolutions he's ever seen because it's based on love. Now that's a new thought form.
That's a new thought form. And what's so really profound about that is that's the foundation of everything is love. And so we haven't that know thyself, that's who we are, love, but we haven't as a group of humanity stepped into that thought form. It's been out there for a very long time.
Well, I think it's been there since the beginning of time.
I'm thinking. And so, wow.
That's what's great about BioTouch, because just taking these two fingers, it's not about the mind. You don't have to put yourself in a certain state. You don't have to be an all-kind, loving person, as a lot of healing techniques have to, you have to center yourself and focus. No, you just have to be a human being who wants to help another human being, which is innate in us. And so coming to an awareness of this, letting BioTouch help us come to that awareness, because just by doing that greeting, you come into that awareness. That's why I think everybody has this wow after they get BioTouch. Mm-hmm. There's just this wow. What just happened?
As we say that, greeting is the key. So when that key is like turned and the door opens, that wow is like, okay, something different has happened. Something new has happened.
Something new. And it's only new for our old thoughts. I mean, it's because what we're teaching is not really new.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like I read somewhere, there's nothing new under the sun. So people always ask about BioTouch too. Where did Norman get it? Well, I'm not really sure he created it. We've been told it's an ancient Egyptian Commission healing technique, but even that, it wasn't new. So however long ago BioTouch, or the principle of taking these two fingers and lightly touching on the body, it's not new in a sense of humanity's always been able to help one another. Let's show that little picture here. Just like that baby. It's like that baby remembers.
Yeah.
It's remembering. Right. And that's the newness for us, is to become like little children.
I know.
And that BioTouch does that. When we worked with the guys, they were in a rehab program after being in federal prison for so long, and they would do the greeting. We taught them BioTouch. And it was just like they were little children, touching each other lightly. It just brings you back to that essence of who we are.
Yeah. Well, and it's time that we remembered. Yes. And I think that's what BioTouch is. One of the most profound parts of it is it's here to help us remember what we've always been. We've always been connected and loved. Yeah,
and in that, healing can happen. Whenever I've talked to people about, we have no rules, we have no guidelines, doesn't matter what you wear, doesn't matter what jewelry, what shoes, what floor you're doing it on, doesn't matter how your hair looks, how your eyes look, what shirt you're wearing. BioTouch works regardless of all that stuff that the ego keeps creating. You just reach out and touch another human being, and healing begins to happen without us having to do something.
Well, when you've got something that touches the heart, just goes right to that, then that ego cannot, it works with it and not against it.
So our job is to make sure you out there practice BioTouch. That's why we come here every Monday, is just to remind you, to remind us, to remind our family, to just do a little BioTouch. Even the greeting. Do the greeting on one another. That's 30 seconds. Now, part of the second 21-day program, the 21-day challenge, is just take and do A&A of the headset to the greeting. You know how long that'll take you? A minute. So we've gone from 30 seconds to a minute.
I don't know.
Have you built up that? So let's teach you the headset so that you can, let's see, where is it? Here's our manual, and we'll teach you just the A&A of the headset.
The headset can be used to address conditions related to the brain. There are 4 steps in this set. In step 1, use through fire to touch points A and A. Point A on the back of the head is in the center of the neck at the base of the skull. Point A on the front of the head is at the center of the forehead where the forehead begins to curve to the crown. Step 2.
Just A and A.
Was that even 30 seconds?
I know. So 30 seconds of the greeting, 30 seconds of the headset. You do it to somebody, they do it to you. If you have nobody at home, think about it. Just think about doing it, and healing will begin to happen. Money back guarantee.
Ooh, I like that.
Just call the number at the bottom of your screen. Actually, yeah, go to justtouch.com. And you can download the first 10 pages of the manual for free. That has the greeting, A and A, real simple, front and back, and then just see what happens. Comment to us. You know, we have some folks with us today. We have Eileen. Hello, Eileen. She's coming to give us the next presentation. Lester's with us. Julie's with us. You know, again, what's new in your life? You know, and you can answer that, or you can just tell us, what little April Fool's prank did you pull this morning? Did you change the sugar to the salt? Or
Ooh, that would
remember
be
that
new.
one?
Yeah, no,
Did you pull pranks when you?
I did not do that.
Oh.
No, my brother did. He was French.
Or you did something and if you lifted it up, all the sugar went all over the place. But again, this ain't no fool's joke today of doing BioTouch. We encourage you to practice it. We encourage you to get hold of us at justtouch.com. There's a little link on this post here that you can go and get the downloadable version of our preview of the training ebook. Join us for our next workshop, which is going to be opiate addictions, and we're trying to get into the news media with this too. So if you have any contacts with the news media, let us know, because this is a big thing, and I think we can move into how to bring BioTouch into the healing of this addiction.
And you know, that's what we're doing here. We're trying to bring BioTouch into the community of healers and healing, which includes everything, because BioTouch works with everything. So, you know, let's just all think more us now. It's us, a new us.
It's a new us.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming newly to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
And we'll have pictures of our new center as it's all put together. If you're here in Tucson, come by and see us. And until next week.
Well, I want to wish you a happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're loved. You know that.
Happy birthday, everybody.
Yes.
And so we are loved, and we're just going to share with you Horace Barnes' little ditty about putting love into action.
Yeah.
Live in town, take a trip down to Pima Street. The people down there are people who care. They will get you back on your feet. Put love into action. Put love into action. If you ever